So it's IOP for 20 years, and we are celebrating the achievement and everything on 18th of November 2018. And now I have Bibi BERIT, the founder of IOP Tanzania, and we would like to know some few things from her and what was the reason behind and everything. So welcome, watch it. Bibi, good evening.
Good evening.
Bibi, we are celebrating 20 years of IOP in November, and you're the one who made this happen 20 years ago. Yeah. What was the reason for having this thing up to this point?
You know, I'm amazed by this myself, because 20 years ago in November, I just wanted to sponsor a few children. And I had no idea that this would become such a huge organization and a huge work here in Ilula. I just had 5 children that I would like to sponsor, and then this developed into something much grander and much greater that I have ever planned or ever even imagined could happen.
Why is this happened in Ilula?
There were friendships through the Girl Scouts that made me come to Ilula the first time, and I noticed the needs for education, the needs for water, the needs for a future. And I thought with sponsoring these 5 students that I started with, I could manage to help a little bit on the way. And I think God had a plan in this, that so many things came up without me even thinking about it. It came rolling and rolling and rolling, and suddenly we had a great organization here.
Okay, so what was your plan having 5 children? Was it the first plan that you'll be having 5 children only, or you say that let me start with 5 and then I can have more?
You know, I was in Ilula for another purpose, and it happened that 5 children wanted to go to school, and I thought I could help the world with that or help them with that, and I had no more plans than that. And then the request come for more children, and suddenly I was up to my neck in children who wanted to go to school. I think we were up to about 80, and I said, help, I cannot do it by myself, so I need help in this. And my church came in to say that we could take this as a mission project, and that's when it really started. The founding day for IOP I count as 18th of November 1998, when I really started to recruit sponsors, and that was the very first day we had the big recruit day in Oslo in Norway.
Okay, you are the founder of IOP, and you became the managing director for some times before you handed over to someone else. During your time, what is the best achievement that you think you can be proud of?
It's a very great and grand name to be called the founder and also managing director. And you know, I am not after titles and honors like that. I think we work together, and all of us we are equal. And I think what I feel that we have accomplished is to lift people up, to see a future for themselves, and to lift women up, and also to help young people to see that they have a future. If they can put in a little bit themselves, and then we can help push and pull, then they have a future. I think the grandest thing that I feel that we have been successful in is that we have never been a handout organization. We have always strived to make people see what they can do themselves. I can put in something, and IOP can help me with the rest. And to encourage people that way, they also are proud of what they have done themselves, and they don't need to feel humiliated in a way that they have been given, but they have strived and worked for things themselves.
Thank you. You started it, but now we understand that IOP has a lot of committees outside the country, more than 7, 8 or something. What was the motive for these committees outside joining you? I mean, taking your hand and then taking this thing to this level?
Yeah, I'm very proud of my friends through the Girl Scouts because they have all helped me with this, if I should say me. I have asked my Girl Scout friends and Scout friends in Europe if they can help me with finding sponsors, recruiting sponsors, finding grants, finding ways to raise money, and I am impressed that they have trusted me in all this work. This is Netherlands, Luxembourg, USA, Norway, especially, that's Scout friends, all of them. And the other ones, Sweden, Denmark, Italy, and Germany, they have started committees based on their visit and work here in Ilula themselves. They have been here as volunteers, and these 4 committees, they came back and found that they would do something for IOP in their own country. But the 4 countries I mentioned, that is Scout friends and church friends, that probably trusted that I would do a decent, honest work here and helped me on the way.
There are more than 2,000 sponsored kids from sponsor program. Maybe some of them you remember, others you cannot remember. But you probably have a word for them, or what you see in them as your big support to them. What can you say to these people? Others are here, others are not here, somewhere else, but maybe they can hear you.
Yeah, I am very proud of what you all have been able to accomplish. Those of you who have gone through the school, and you are one of them yourself. We have a few who have left school for a number of reasons. We have a few who have passed away also, but we have many that have succeeded and are employed now as teachers, doctors, computer scientists, nurses, you name it. There's so many. And it is great to see that you have, coming from poverty, being able to see that I have a future, and if I put in something myself, I can do it. With a little push, I can do it. That's great to see.
Okay, so we are having 20 years in November. What do you see? What do you see IOP in the next 20 years as a founder of IOP?
Should we celebrate 40 years anniversary? I don't think I will be around. But it is great to see that we have come as far as today, 20 years. It is absolutely amazing. And if all the committees, if you can come here to visit, it would be great. Come and visit and join us in celebrating that we have succeeded and we have done so many things. We have accomplished so many things. Not everything has been successful, but most of what IOP has done has been successful. And I believe one of the reasons is that we have been open, transparent, honest, stayed away from corruption and bribery, absolutely, and done the whole work with our heart. Welcome to IOP for 20 years celebration.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Bibi, before we finish it up, what's the biggest challenge that you have faced over 20 years having this mission on your hands?
That's a difficult question. Finances is probably one of them. But to help people, not only in IOP, but also in the jobs they have, in the schools, for instance, to see that we have a responsibility, being committed to the one thing we are doing, and not be in a working place for a paycheck, but try to understand that our country, our village, our home, our organization, the job I have, it's part of me, and to find ownership, to create an ownership for that, so we are fully committed to what we are doing. That is something I'm still striving with, trying to teach people.
Thank you so much. So this is IOP Tanzania and this is BERIT, and we welcome everybody to be here, the students, donors, stakeholders, the government, and everybody. So we are talking about IOP for 20 years on November 2018. Bibi, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, and welcome to IOP, welcome to Ilula.